What's up, gun nuts? It's Ferrari Steve, and today I'm going to walk you through putting new grip panels on a Sig Sauer 1911 TacOps. Now we're going to use these Magpul MOE 1911 grip panels, and I'll explain why in a minute. But first, let's do a quick safety check. Make sure the gun is safe to handle. Eject the magazine. Lock the slide open, visually and manually inspect, and we are good to go. So, why would you want to change the grips? Well, maybe you like the look of another grip. I mean, 1911s are really easy guns to customize. And if you've seen my other upgrade videos, you know I've done just really minor customizations to my TacOps because it was pretty much the gun I wanted out of the box. I put the threaded barrel in, so that's new. Put some Wilson Combat mags in, so those are new. But otherwise, boy, it's pretty awesome out of the box. Oh, I did put a little extended slide release there too, just to try and help me, because one of the problems I'm having, even though this really is a skinnier gun, I mean, I've got a Sig 220 that's a much fatter gun, but the 1911, it's pretty skinny there, but I still have to sacrifice my grip to reach around and grab that magazine release. So one of the things that I'm trying to do is make that easier. So I tried replacing the stock magazine release with a Wilson Combat extended one. Turns out the TacOps comes with the extended mag release, so that upgrade was not an upgrade for me. But these Magpul MOE 1911 grip panels, I think they've got an interesting feature that I want to show you that might help my problem, and that would determine whether it's an upgrade. Instructions, come on, we don't need those. Actually, I looked at them, they're pretty simple. And here are our grip panels. If you're a knife guy, you'll probably call these scales, but these are the Magpul grip panels. You'll notice right away probably that there's this little cutout here in the grip, and that's designed to let your thumb go in that channel and not curve around and extend the reach of your thumb, in the hopes that you can hit that mag release just a little better if that's a problem for you, or maybe make it more comfortable. But anyway, let's get the old grips off, and we'll do kind of some side-by-side comparison before we put the new ones on. If you've got the TacOps, you're going to need a Torx bit driver. This is a T10. You might have some Allen wrenches that'll do the job too, but depending on what you've got on your 1911, you might have flathead screws, you might have some other size of a special screw. Just don't force anything and make sure it's the right size before you go. But this T10 is the perfect size for this. Now with the TacOps, find where it is, and I think they must use some thread lock at the factory, because the first little bite on these, there's a little bit of snap and then it comes off more easily. So unthread your existing screws, and I like to put my screws in opposite corners so that I don't put the top screw in the bottom hole. It shouldn't matter, but you just never know if there's a little bit of self-machining going on. You want to avoid that. So the old panels just lift off. So what we've got them both off, let's have a look. So these are the Ergo XT grips that come with the TacOps, and they're really good grips. I like them. It feels like really high-raised skateboard tape for those of you who like that feel. And the feel on the Magpul is also real grippy. It's a different kind of pattern. You got kind of that Magpul logo repeated over there. See, that's kind of cool. Whereas the Ergo grips are just kind of textured. But you know, I can't say one is more or less grippy than the other. They both feel pretty grippy. You know, this cutout's really where it's all at. And speaking of cutouts, you'll notice there's a little cutout here on the Magpul that isn't on the Ergo, and I'll show you where that is. And then the cutouts up top are a little bit different. I mean, the sloping geometry of both of them are about the same, right? If you put them side by side, I mean, this cutout is making it look like it's different, but it's not. They both kind of slope up and down about the same, and will probably feel pretty similar. I do kind of see a little more peak, kind of a ridge here, and I don't know how that's going to feel, but we're going to find out. But really, this is really why I wanted to try this out. And they're both a little bit notched up here for this plunger. But let's kind of see how the new ones look on there. So drop them in place. Grab our other screw. And put them in nice and gentle. And when you're screwing these back in, very, very gently at first, just to make sure that that thread is biting properly. And then you can go down, and I just go to where it stops fighting, or starts to fight, I guess. Get both of them down, and then just a little extra snug. Boom. You don't want to over tighten these. You can really do some damage. You can use some thread locker. I like to use thread locker blue, and in fact, after this video, I might go do that. I'm not doing it just in case I have to undo it and through movie magic start this video again. But anyway, that looks pretty good so far. Let's flip it over and try the other side. That's the top screw, so we put it up top. This is our bottom screw, so we'll put it down bottom. Old one's out, new one's in. Seems to fit pretty well. And here come the screws again, very nice. Make sure it just starts to fight and then give it a little bit extra love. Do not over tighten these. There. Okay. I mean, visually, I think I kind of like this cutout. It kind of gives it a cooler, I don't know, something different kind of look to it, right? You'll notice that this cutout here, too, exposes your mainspring housing retainer pin down here in the corner, whereas the ergos covered that up. I don't know if that's a benefit or not. If you like the look of it covered up, then you maybe won't like this. But if you like the look of it exposed, you'll like it. I don't mind it. It kind of looks, I don't know, a little more businessy. I kind of dig that. As far as how it feels, I mean, I can tell right away. I like the feel of this in my hand like this. I've got my finger indexed properly. This is where my finger would be on the trigger, but I can keep this here, and I still feel like, and maybe I'm just by habit sacrificing my grip a little bit. I'm going to have to get some lead down range to really get a feel for it, but it does feel like I can actuate that release. Let's see. That's not quite there, but it's closer. It's closer. I just have small hands, I guess. But I do like the feel of that. That feels really, it feels interesting. I'm gonna have to get used to it, but I already really like the feel of that, just from an ergonomic standpoint. Grip-wise, again, I think it feels really grippy, and if visually you like it, and function-wise you like it, then it's an upgrade. If you don't, I mean, these aren't that expensive. I think these are like 20-ish bucks on Amazon or Midway or Top Gun Supply. And, you know, it's not that big of a risk, and buy it from someplace that has a good return policy and send it back if it's not an upgrade. Don't keep it just because it looks cool. If it doesn't work for you, it's not a real upgrade. It's just a modification. You know, Magpul stuff. I know there are lots of Magpul fanboys out there who will put anything Magpul on your gun. I like Magpul stuff. This is the first Magpul bit I'm putting on this gun. So I'm a fan. I wouldn't call myself a fanboy because there's some stuff I don't like from theirs, but these I think I like. So I'm going to give it a tentative upgrade, and I'll go try it out, and maybe I'll come update in the comments down here or add a little follow-up update video to tell you more how I like it. So this is Ferrari Steve. Thank you for watching this upgrade video for these Magpul MOE 1911 grip panels. You can find these pretty much anywhere. Remember, get out there, use your gun, get it dirty, clean it up, practice, 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 because the first time you have to use your gun, you don't want that to be the first time you have used your gun. Stay safe out there.